Well, we survived another work week. Now we just have to survive March Madness, right? Like, I wonder how much lost productivity there is. I'm sure there have been studies about it. How many people spend too much time watching March Madness and not enough time working this time of the year? I'd say a lot. That's just my guess. We have 3 things we'll be breaking tonight. The first is a full-sized autographed football helmet. The second is a sealed 10-box inner case of 2017 Optic Contenders, or Contenders Optic, rather, football. And then we'll be doing some Heritage Baseball. So that's what's on tap tonight. And as we normally do, we've got a few things we run through first before we start ripping into packs. So let's take a minute and take care of our housekeeping duties. First up, as you see there on the screen, my feedback is completely automated on eBay. So that means whenever you leave positive feedback for me, you're going to instantly get positive feedback in return. The other part of that message, and the most important part, is to say thank you. I always appreciate each and every one of you who bids with me and breaks with me and chats with me. This is a look at the auctions that are coming up in the next 5 days on eBay. I typically list 5 days out because if you do anything shorter than that, eBay charges you a hefty little surcharge. They're nasty like that. So usually it's 5 days out. We're not doing as many one-box breaks this upcoming week, but we've got a lot of case breaks that we're going to work our way through, and a few one-box breaks and some memorabilia along the way as well. So tomorrow night we'll do a mini helmet and a gold signature edition football. Did I say signature? I think I did. Well, you know what I meant. On Sunday we'll do a half case of 2011 Prime signatures and an 8-box inner case of Revolution basketball. That's the hobby version, not the Chinese New Year version that we did a few weeks ago. Monday night, we'll do another full-size autographed football helmet, and we will also do the back half of the Heritage Baseball case that we're going to start here tonight. Tuesday night, we'll do another mini helmet, an autographed jersey, a 2014 Black Gold football, and then we'll do a full case of 2017-18 Select basketball. Wednesday, that's the day National Treasures football comes out and Gypsy Queen baseball comes out. We'll break both of those in half case quantities on Wednesday. I kind of had intended to do National Treasures as a full case, but it didn't work out that way. I got allocated an odd amount. So anyway, Wednesday night we'll do a half case. We'll do some full cases later in the week next week. For tonight, this is the order that we're breaking in. What you see on the screen there, which is the full-sized football helmet, then the full inner case of Contenders Optic, followed by the half case of Heritage Baseball. So take a minute there, guys. Look at the info that's on the screen in regard to your shipping date. Of course, the helmet, that's a free shipping item. Those typically go out 5 to 6 days after an auction ends. And so for our helmet, I'm projecting that to ship on Thursday. Our paid shipping breaks tonight, that's Contenders Optic and Heritage Baseball. I'm projecting those to go out on Tuesday. Now, as always, that is plus or minus a day, so could go a day sooner, could go a day later, but that's kind of my best guess. And also, if you can take just a minute there, if you see some information on the screen there about if your team is not pulled in a break, you are still entitled to a consolation trading card. That would typically be sent with your next hit. And if you want it sent sooner, we can work that out. You just need to jump into eBay messages and let me know. So first up tonight, 2018 Hit Parade Series 11 full-size autographed football helmet break number 8. So this is the 8th time we have broken a 2018 Hit Parade full-size autographed helmet. And everything we opened tonight ended tonight, March the 16th, and we're live streaming it tonight, March the 16th as well. Team names, of course, on the left, your name in lights as the winning bidder across from it on the right-hand side. And one of those spreadsheets will go up before every auction. So if you're not in this break for the helmet, you'll get a chance to see your name across from your team when we get to your break. Autofocus, I just took it off, and it did change the background, but as in the background's out of focus now. But that's all right. We're going to be able to see everything just fine, so don't let that worry you. That's just because I don't like autofocus. And I see T. Cassidy is in chat. Yes, T. Cassidy, I have a bunch of Chrome football from 13, 14, and 15. So at some point, when they stop putting out so many new products, we'll get into some of those mixers, because I have a lot of other stuff as well to make mixers with. I've got some Strata football from, I think, 13, 14, and 15. I've got a bunch of basketball mixers. We've done a lot of that kind of stuff. I just haven't had time to do it. So somewhere along the way, yes, we will do a nice Topps Chrome football mixer. So the box that this came in, the outer box, oh, this is a nice one. You guys, I don't ship in that. It's not made for shipping. This inner little carry case, it will come in, and it has a sticker in the edge of it that tells me who the helmet is. So that's how I knew before it was out of the bag that it's a nice one, because I read the little sticker. Oh, this has got like a little plastic extra coating on it too, which I'm not going to take off of there. That is Joe Theismann, guys, for the Washington Redskins. That is a nice little hit right there. It looks kind of weird on the camera because it's got some kind of like, I don't know, almost saran wrap type stuff on it. But I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to leave it on there. Your COA is underneath the saran wrap type stuff, tucked in right there. It's a Dave and Adams COA, and I guess that's it. Sometimes they have another little sticker on the back. This one doesn't. So anyway, that is our hit. It is Joe Theismann for the Redskins. We'll take one more little look at that. So nice hit for Washington with the Joe Theismann full-size autographed helmet. I don't know why yours says that live stream is offline. I'm not seeing that. Is anybody else having that problem? I mean, I'm not. I would think I would have the same issue if that were the case. So maybe it is Megan. Maybe if you're watching on a mobile device or something, maybe you've lost your signal, which if you have, you probably can't hear me saying that either. But you might try to reboot your Wi-Fi or move around a little bit if you are on a mobile device. Because I usually watch it on my primary device and also on an iPad tablet. I use the iPad for chat and also to kind of keep me in the loop in case we were to go offline. I should be able to tell on the iPad too. So. Next up, guys, we are going to be into Contenders Optic football. And if you're in the break, please take a moment to review the info on the screen. Once again, anticipating that to ship on or about Tuesday. And it's a 10-box case. That sounds like a lot. It's not. There's just one pack per box. It's a relatively quick break. So if you are here for Heritage Baseball, you've maybe got 20 minutes, something like that. Won't take us very long to get through Optic. So this is 10 boxes of 2017 Panini Contenders Optic Football. Full inner case break, break number 3, ended tonight the 16th of March. Live streaming tonight the 16th of March. And everybody get your mojo working because this is a great product. I love this product. And so yeah, I know everybody wants to pull something out of this because it's awesome. I mean, everybody wants to pull something out of everything, but you know what I mean. This is a good one to try to conjure up a big hit for. Oh, good. Megan, you're reconnected. Excellent. Patrick, how'd you know that ahead of time? That's pretty good, man. Because before she typed in that she was that she was reconnected, Patrick already told us she was reconnected. So that's pretty sporty right there. This is the last of Contenders Optic that I have, which makes me very sad. I tried to get a whole lot more of this. I had a lot more of it ordered, pre-ordered. Excuse me, pre-ordered. And like so many things, they will not give you everything you ask for. You know, you can order whatever you want and they'll tell you okay, and then they come along sometimes weeks or months afterwards, and then they say, oh, guess what? You can't really have as much as you ordered. You can only have this much. And then by the time they tell you that, everybody else is either sold out or marked it way up in price, and then you're just SOL, as they say. Then all you have is whatever they decided to give you. So my 5 cases went to this. Yeah, 5 cases, 5 master cases, which was the equivalent of 10 inner cases. Really, I don't know why they even call them master and inner. I mean, they're just really 10-box cases, and they just happen to put 2 cases in one big box. But anyway, we would have had, if I'd gotten everything I'd ordered, 10 of these to open. Instead, we had 2.5, and that was it. So each one of our packs will have 2 autographs in it. At least one of those should be an on-card autograph. I'm sure everybody by now knows that Panini has the wonderful on average attached to every single item that they sell. So that means that we could end up with a Panini Rewards point card replacing a hit in one of our boxes. I hope not, but it is possible. And if that were to happen, we would give out that Rewards point card by way of random at the end of the break. There's also parallels in here, so you know, I think we're guaranteed to find one that's numbered to 199 or less in every box as well. I mean, there's usually more than one numbered in here if I remember correctly, but at least one of them should be one that is numbered to 199 or less. All right, all of our packs are out. Let me get some sleeves out, and we are ready to rip. So good luck, everybody. Hopefully we're going to pull some fire. Let's hope so. Defensive Player of the Year, Fletcher Cox, numbered 299 for the Eagles. And we may as well pull our other numbered. We'll just look at those first every time. This is a season ticket, Matt Stafford for the Lions. It is numbered to 199. And then we're going to have some base. Sam Bradford, Vikings. Larry Fitzgerald for the Cardinals. Our first autograph, this is the on-card out of this box, is a rookie ticket, John Ross III for the Bengals. So that's our hard-signed auto. So our second autograph most likely will be a sticker. Sometimes we get lucky and we might find an extra hard-signed, but a lot of times they are stickers, which is the case here. So this is a rookie ticket, Charles Harris for the Dolphins. Looks like it might be a Bengals kind of night. I see a John Ross insert coming up here in a minute too. Carson Wentz for the Eagles, numbered to 199. Followed by a Rookie of the Year contender insert for John Ross, numbered to 25 for the Bengals. A base season ticket, Brandon Marshall, Giants. Thomas Rawls for the Seahawks. Oh, my favorite autograph of the rookie class is going to be a nice hard-signed on-card, Taywan Taylor for the Tennessee Titans. And he always adjusts the size to, like, use all the white space perfectly. He just really does such a nice job with his signature. I love it. I wish everybody's signature was as cool as his. Then for the Seahawks, we have a little Chris Carson, and that one is a sticker. It should be numbered because it's red. It is. I overlooked it the first time. It is numbered 275, 21 of 75. Wayne, you did get your Carson Wentz. It wasn't signed, but it was a nice little parallel. We may still find you a signed one, you know, maybe, hopefully. I don't know. We're going to try anyway. Season ticket, Tyrod Taylor for the Bills, 2/199. And then we have a round numbers. You know what happens with this because we've got two different teams. This will end up going, it's numbered to 75. It'll go to random unless one person owns both teams, obviously. Then they would just own it outright. Of course, they'd own it outright no matter what because it would land on their team in random too. So I guess not much way around that. This is going to be a nice hit for the Saints. Alvin Kamara, hard signed. Very nice hit for the Saints. And coming up behind that is Desmond King to 75 for the Chargers sticker. I see a redemption hiding in the bottom of this pack, so we know at least one thing's going to be a redemption. Alshon Jeffrey to 199 for the Eagles. Wayne, you're racking up these red parallels to 199 tonight. For the Cowboys, a little all-pro contender Ezekiel Elliott insert, numbered 299. Our base season tickets are Julio Jones for the Falcons and Marshawn Lynch for the Raiders. Oh, every time I see the Texans for just a hot second, I think we've hit gold. And then you look closer and it's Deonta Foreman. But at least Texans, we've got you on the board. I was really hoping it's going to be Deshaun Watson. But we do have a nice little hard-signed Deonta Foreman for you. Our redemption, we're going to set it right there. We'll flip it over at the end of the break. And we will also go to the Panini website and verify the team and see what it's going to be numbered to and all that jazz. Drew Brees to 199 for the Saints. My Steelers make an appearance. Hey, hey, with Hines Ward with a Hall of Fame contender numbered to 99. I love Hines Ward. I miss Hines Ward. Base season ticket, Jimmy G for the 49ers. Base season ticket, Von Miller, Broncos. Our hard-signed autograph, once again, I see the Panther, and I think, ooh, maybe it'll be, yeah, no, it's Curtis Samuel. So not Christian McCaffrey, but Curtis Samuel's not a bad hit either for you Panthers. Tre'Davious White for the Buffalo Bills. That one is a sticker auto. Well, where is my other card? It was trying to stick to the one in front of it there. That is Leonard Floyd for the Bears to 199. Behind that is a Raiders All-Pro Contenders Marshawn Lynch to 49. Base season ticket Ezekiel Elliott and a base season ticket Tyreek Hill for the Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, there is Mr. McCaffrey. So Panthers, you're still coming out of this all right. You had Curtis Samuel, and now we hit your nice little Christian McCaffrey hard signed and numbered to 25, no less. So all in all, nice break for the Panthers so far. Isaiah McKenzie, Broncos. That one is the sticker auto. All right, we have 4 packs left. So 6 boxes have been opened. Remember, it's a pack per box. And we have 4 left, counting the one we're looking at now. DeAndre Hopkins for the Texans to 99. And then we have an Offensive Player of the Year contender, Le'Veon Bell for my Pittsburgh Steelers. That is also numbered 249. Base season ticket Greg Olson and a base season ticket Pierre Garçon. We have another redemption. That one will be for the hard signed auto. I think the other one would have been for the sticker, but that one, because it was on top, should be for the hard signed auto. Seahawks. Are you about to hit a Richard Sherman autograph? I think you are. Numbered to 25. Yeah, you are. Seahawks, look at you go. Very nice. Super Bowl contenders. Richard Sherman sticker auto to 25. Gotta like it. I see another redemption. We're going to have a lot of redemptions to look at. Jordy Nelson for the Packers. I see so many players that have been traded in the last week or released and signed elsewhere. This is to 199. Of course, Jordy going to the Raiders. And Michael Crabtree going to the Ravens, which I'm kind of a little bit surprised by, but there you go. Cooper Kupp to 25 for the Rams, Rookie of the Year contender. Season ticket, Robert Woods. Season ticket, Tariq Cohen. A hard signed Joe Mixon for the Bengals. And that is numbered, and I forgot to look at the number, so let's try that again. It is 225. You can see it down there in that bottom left corner. And another redemption. So actually, let's switch them around, because those are the two that I think are stickers. That's the one I think will be hard signed. And William likes that we have piles of Panthers cards. Season ticket, Julio Jones to 199 for the Falcons. We have another round number. This one is the Giants and the 49ers, numbered 249. And like our other one, we'll go to the spreadsheet. If we have the same team owner, then they just obviously get the card outright. If we have two different team owners, we'll have to sort that out using random. Here's Isaiah Crowell for the Browns on a base season ticket, and Devonta Freeman base season ticket for the Falcons. Kenny Golladay on card for the Lions. Saints are about to make it a matched pair of rookies, as here comes Marshawn Lattimore to 75. So the Saints having a very nice break with both of their high-powered rookies this year. Here comes Tyrod again, numbered to 199 for the Bills. For the Browns, we have an all-pro contender, Joe Thomas to 49. Season ticket, Dak Prescott. Season ticket, Devontae Adams. Another redemption. Holy Moses. Hey, Cam Sutton for my Pittsburgh Steelers. Don't pull a whole lot of Cam Sutton, so that's actually a kind of cool little hit. I think they're going to use him more this upcoming year. I mean, he's healthy, or he should be healthy again by the start of the new season, and goodness knows we can use a little help at the position, so I look for him to have more playing time and make a little more impact in 2018. I'm putting our redemptions in sleeves so that I can write on them after we look them up. But before we do that, we're going to deal with these two round number cards before we deal with our redemptions. So first one here is Giants and 49ers. So let's buzz over to the spreadsheet and see if we have a same team owner by chance or if we have different team owners. So our Giants is Mike Bergman, and the 49ers is Jay Scheisler. While we're here, let's also look at the Bears and the Rams, because that's our second card. So we may as well look at them while we're here too. Rams, Wild Bow Hunter, and the Chicago Bears, Moonman 1313. So it looks like both of our cards will go to random. So I always put these things in top to bottom or left to right. In this case, you know, top and left are the same. So this one will be entered as Giants and 49ers. This one will be typed in as Bears and Rams. In each case, I will hit random 3 different times, and the first 2 times are just ignored. They don't count. So only the third and final random will count as we do these 2 cards. I better make sure I've got you on the same page I'm on. I do. Good. All right. First one you can ignore. Second one you can ignore. Third and final right here. And there's our date and time stamp. And it is going to the Giants. So I'm going to mark that on this sleeve so that I will remember it. Then we may as well stay here because we have to deal with the Bears and the Rams next. Same format as before. Ignore the first 2. So doesn't matter. This one doesn't matter. Third and final coming up. There it is. 3 times. Date and time stamp going to the Bears. So let me mark the sleeve of that as well. And of course, you know, there's always somebody, if I don't do this, that'll say, oh, you wrote on the card. And I promise I would never write on a card. It's always on the sleeve. Let's take a look at our first redemption, and it is Evan Ingram, rookie ticket RPS autograph. That's going to be the Giants. And we will go here to the Panini checklist, and we'll find out what that's going to be numbered to. Just give me a second to get us back on the right, in the right groove here. I wonder if this is in playoff. I think it is. Yeah. And what did I say that was? Rookie ticket RPS autograph. There we go. Should be card number 124. There is Evan Ingram. It is, of course, the Giants, and no number there means that we are looking at something that is an open edition, an open unnumbered edition. So that is that redemption. That should be, I think, hard signed, though. I tried to lay those 2 on the top. I can't guarantee that, but I think that's a hard sign, not a sticker. C.J. Beathard for the 49ers. It is also a rookie ticket RPS autographs. So we're going to go back to the page we were just looking at. It is card number 107. And I'm going to guess it is also an open unnumbered edition because it's the exact same card set. But let's buzz back over here and we'll check it out. And there is C.J. Beathard, 49ers. And of course we see, yeah, not numbered. So that takes care of those 2, and they are the ones that I believe are hard-signed autographs. Next up, we have Gerard Davis, rookie ticket autograph. That, I'm pretty sure, is going to be a sticker. Just because of where it was in the pack, if nothing else. We should be able to infer that, I think. And what did I say it was? Rookie ticket autograph, yeah. Card number 177. Yep, that is an open edition as well. Well, I botched that. How do you make a typo when you're right? I don't know how I managed to do that. That's crazy. Dory Jackson, and that is also rookie ticket autograph. Same place we just were, card number 157. So let's scroll down here and see Titans. Where are you? Adoree Jackson. Why? I went the wrong direction. That would be why. And of course, yeah, also an open edition. Okay, that means it is time to recap. We have dealt with our random cards and we have verified all of our redemptions. So let's recap. These are our numbered cards, which is pretty much, you know, half the pile is numbered because there were two numbered inserts, 2 base cards, and 2 autograph cards in each box. And I really do wish I had more of this. I love this product. I mean, I'm a fan of Contenders and I'm a fan of Optic, but the two of them together is really surprisingly good. I mean, I guess not surprisingly. You would think it would be good, but it's even better than I thought it would be. So anyway, this duel went to the Bears by way of random. This duel team went to the Giants by way of random. Our redemptions, Adoree Jackson, Titans. I think that one's going to be a sticker auto. Gerard Evans for the Lions. I believe that will be a sticker. C.J. Beathard, I think, will be hard signed on card for the Niners. And Evan Ingram, I think, will also be hard signed for the Giants. You never know. They could slap a sticker on there, but again, just based in the position of where they were in the pile, that's kind of what I think. And then we'll take a look at our autograph hits that were live in here. Cam Sutton for the Steelers. Marshawn Lattimore, Saints. Kenny Golladay, Lions. Joe Mixon, Bengals. Nice little Richard Sherman for the Seahawks /25. McKenzie for the Broncos. McCaffrey for the Panthers. Tre'Davious White, Bills. Curtis Samuel, Panthers. Foreman for the Texans. King for the Chargers. Nice Alvin Kamara hard signed for the Saints. Chris Carson, Seahawks. Taywan Taylor for the Titans. Charles Harris for the Dolphins. And John Ross for the Bengals. And that has us all wrapped up for Contenders Optic. Oh, James, that was your McCaffrey tonight. All right, well, nice hit. That was, you had a couple in there, obviously. You got the Curtis Samuel and the McCaffrey, although I'm sure the McCaffrey's the one you were after the most. So to all my football folks that are probably getting ready to take off here, thank you again. I always appreciate you guys. So I hope I'll see you again later in the week on another break. We do this most nights, so there's always something interesting coming along. And don't forget, we have National Treasures coming out Wednesday, so that's always a good one to have a little fun with. This is going to bring us into Heritage Baseball. Let me get our spreadsheet back up. And again, I'm anticipating Tuesday as your ship date for Heritage. It is possible that that could go a day later on Wednesday. I don't think there's really much way it would go earlier because there's a lot that still has to get out ahead of it. So I don't really think there's much of a chance it would go out Monday. There is a slight possibility that some of it could slide to Wednesday, but my target is Tuesday. So that kind of gives you an idea of what we're looking at there. And then this is 6 boxes of 2018 Topps Heritage Baseball. It's half case break, break number 5. It's the start of a new case. It ended tonight, March the 16th on eBay. We're live streaming it tonight, March the 16th on eBay. And there's a chance to refresh your memory so you remember what teams you have in here. If you're like me, you often have many things going on at once. It can be hard to remember what you've got in any given thing. Because this is a new case, I will actually take out all 16 boxes out of here. And then I will number them on the end. And random.org will choose which 8 we open tonight versus which 8 we open in the back half of the break, which will be Monday night. So whatever we don't open tonight, we'll be opening Monday night of this case. And of course, each one of these boxes will have one hit in it. It can be an autograph or a relic. And there will be a few short prints, hopefully, that we'll find along the way. There's also going to be a box topper in each box. That can be a strip of 3 uncut cards. It can be a poster, which is 1 per case. Or it can be a buyback card, an actual card from 1969 that Topps bought back from someone, and then they put the anniversary stamp on it and insert it into the product. And of course there are inserts in here too, you know, chrome inserts and things of that nature. We'll also find several cards that have league leaders and things like that on them, which are multiple teams per card, and those I will set aside as we go along because they'll be given out by way of random at the end of the break. So there are 12 boxes out and numbered. Now we're going to buzz over here to random and figure out which ones we open tonight and which ones will be saved to be opened on Monday night. Well, what did I do there? Good grief. Okay. Well, we got to fix all that. There we go. That was crazy. All right. So this we're just going to hit random one time. First 6 numbers are the 6 we open tonight. So it is 1, 4, 8, 11, 9, and 2. So 1, 2, 4, 8, 9, and 11. All right. 1, 2, 4, 8, and 9. Let me get these out of the way. And then here comes number 11. All right, so there are our 6. Give me a second here to get these other 6 put away, and then we'll start in on these. And then, of course, coming out this week in baseball on Wednesday will be Gypsy Queen, and we'll bust into it on Wednesday as well. Gypsy Queen's always fun to break. Slightly smaller cases for it. It comes out in 10-box cases versus the 12 that we have for Heritage and the 16 that we have for Donruss Baseball. There's our empty box. And first up is going to be an uncut strip of cards. That was our box topper here. It's going to have 3 different teams on it, so that means we will go to random to determine who takes this home. We'll do that at the end of the break. It has Reds, Mets, and A's on it. We'll look at the spreadsheet first. If someone had 2 of the 3 teams, they would take that outright. Wouldn't have to go to random because it's basically you have to have 51% or more to take a card outright. So in that case, you would have to have 2 of the 3 teams. And let's get to cracking in here. This takes, this is a reasonably long break. There's a lot of cards in here. The vast majority of them are going to be base cards, and as a result, I do kind of move through them at a pretty solid pace. If you would like the pace to be adjusted, if it's going faster than you would like or slower than you would like, jump into chat and let me know. I'm always happy to accommodate those kinds of requests when possible. And if you're watching live and you cannot see chat, there are 2 things I can tell you about that. The first one is that you need to be logged in to see and participate in chat. The second thing you would need to know about that is that if you are on a mobile device, you probably have to hit the little link that says view at the desktop version. Most of our rookies we're going to find just like this in an insert that says Rookie Stars. If we find some freestanding rookies, those are usually going to be short prints. This is a New Age Performers insert. That one is Aaron Judge. We'll find a handful of those as we go along. There's tons of the ones that say Topps News. There are plenty of these that say Baseball Flashbacks. We will also find a flashback from like a 1969 flashback kind of thing, and those cards we will set aside and they will be awarded as one group to a single team at the end of the break. And Jason is asking if all cards ship. Yes, guys, all cards always ship unless it says otherwise in the listing description. So when you read the description where it talks about the day and time that we're going to do the break, and it says, you know, like tonight it would have said six times 2017 Topps or 2018 Topps Heritage Baseball. If it was not all card shipping, that's the place it would say it. It would say right in that same area, you know, only rookie ship or only insert ship or only hit ship or whatever. But pretty much 99.95% of the time, it is all card ship. So unless you see it saying otherwise in the description, you can always assume that all the cards are going to ship. Then and now, these will each have 2 teams on them, so they will also be set aside to go to random as we go along. We'll deal with those again at the end of the break. Yeah, it would be a lot easier if all the cards didn't ship, I can tell you that. Because these are a bear to sort and prep and ship. Any of the breaks like this, Gypsy Queen, Donruss Baseball, Bowman, all the ones that have a lot of base cards in them, oh, I would much rather not ship all the cards, believe me. I would be 10 times happier if we didn't. But you guys usually like to get them. A 1 of 1, sweet! A little Cody Bellinger, hand-numbered 1 of 1 hit for the Dodgers. That is a nice patch, and it is nice to hit a 1 of 1. And the Dodgers tonight sold for a bit less than they normally do. So somebody got quite a little bargain there with Cody Bellinger 1 of 1 relic. So sweet. That is a nice way to start out this break. Hopefully that is a good sign of things to come as we go through here. We'll find a number of these inserts. They're all facsimile signatures, so, you know, just a signature reprint. It's not actually hard signed there on the front of that card. That was Arenado for the Rockies. I always kind of feel like I need to point that out because sometimes somebody might be watching and have never seen this product before and think that was a real signature. And this is the batting leaders, as I was talking about. We'll find a number of different American and National League leaders cards, each of them with multiple teams, so they will also set off to the side to be dealt with in random at the end of the break. That was a nice little Ahmed Rosario insert, the black and white. Oh, Jason, you have the Dodgers tonight. Well, yeah, man, you did good on you did very well right off the bat. I used to be able to speak. Apparently, I can't right now. But what I'm trying to say is you got the team at a good price tonight, and the first hit out of the box is an awesome hit for your team. So I think you are off to a good start for sure this evening. It's another one of our leaders cards. Again, all those we're just going to set aside. I'm going to check something on that. I guess that is I'm thinking of Donruss Baseball, which we opened last night. For a second, I thought that was an image variation, and then I remembered, oh no, that was Donruss Baseball that I'm thinking of, the other picture. Sometimes it takes me a minute to switch gears. And of course, if you happen to see a short print go by that I do not catch or call out, please feel free to jump into chat and let me know, because it's always possible I could overlook one. Didi Gregorius, Yankees. This is the Chrome Parallel black border numbered 269. So the Yankees with a nice little low numbered hit to get things started for them tonight. There's not a whole lot of Heritage left. After we finish up this case, which again, the back half is Monday night, I think I have one case left, but we probably won't open it for, I don't know, a week or so, because we'll be rolling into Gypsy Queen. Oh, and I found out just today they've pushed back the date for Inception Baseball, because, you know, that was supposed to be right around the corner. And I got an email today that that release date has been moved, and they haven't even assigned a new release date to it yet. The only thing Top said is it will not come out in March, and it will not come out in April. So not only has it gotten moved, it's gotten, sounds like it's going to be moved back quite a bit, and there's not even a definite date for it yet. So yeah, so we may run out of baseball things to open after all. So I kind of tried to stretch Heritage and Donruss until about the time to get to Gypsy Queen, and then I had figured I had enough Gypsy Queen that we could open and stretch that until time for Inception, but guess what? No, Inception got pushed way back, apparently. I don't really know why, but obviously they've got some kind of an issue with it. This is the flashback I was talking about, that these will be set aside and they'll be given out as a group. So that entire, however many of the flashback cards that look like that we find, will just all be awarded with one random to one single team, because those are not baseball related. Sorry, I don't know what I did there. I started thinking about something else and I kind of froze on that card. Sorry. Oh, where did you see a color swap, William? On which card? So that I can go back and find it. I don't know. It takes a second for that kind of stuff to show up in chat after you guys type it in. So it's when you see one, if you could do me a favor and say, there it is, and say what it was, you know what I mean? Like this case, he came back and typed in Philly, so then I was able to figure it out. So, well, we missed that all. I missed that all the way around, because not only is it a Phillies color swap, it's also a freestanding rookie of Rhys Hoskins. So, yeah, thank you for catching that. I don't know how I managed to not see that, but I didn't, and that is an excellent catch, because that is a nice little short print hit there for the Phillies. So thank you very much, William. I appreciate that. And if somebody wants that card or anything else that you pull in a one-touch magnetic case, jump into chat and let me know, or send me a message on eBay and let me know. I mean, I don't check eBay messages and email and stuff while we're doing the break, of course, but I would check it, you know, later tonight or tomorrow, depending on what time we finish up tonight. And it's always going to be at my cost for the case and the PayPal fees, etc. You can plan on it being $3 basically, unless it's an odd size case, which nothing we're going to pull here tonight would match up with that requirement. So it would be just $3, and I would send a PayPal. How did that not work? I would send a PayPal money request directly to the email address that you use for eBay. That's how the payment would be handled. So this is one of our buybacks, which I'll eventually get out of there. It is for the Oakland A's, Ted Kubiak, and it is a well-loved little card, so it is not anywhere near mint condition. We've got all kinds of soft corners and chipping and all kinds of stuff, but that's the way they are when they come out in these buybacks. We had one with a big crease in it the other night, as a matter of fact. But anyway, they're still kind of cool. They're a little extra, little, you know, something that they just give us. So I guess we're not going to complain too much about that. Plus, just in general, cards from 1969 weren't like they are. It weren't like they are now. So they were all miscut and crazy most of the time. And of course, there was no such thing as sleeves and top loaders and all that back then. In fact, back then they made holders where you could put them on a bicycle and have them, you know, go along the spokes of your bike to make that noise. So, wasn't a whole lot of value placed on keeping them minty mint back in the 60s and before and after. So somewhere along the way, we figured out these were maybe worth a little money. Then we started taking better care of them. I'd like to find, of course we want to find Ohtani, but even beyond that, I'd like to find the Bat Boy. I would really, for some reason the Bat Boy fascinates me. I would really like to pull that. Edward Encarnacion, black border. This one, a paper card, of course. Our other black border was a chrome. Whoops, I did not mean to stack that on top of our hit. And the checklist, of course, I don't think I mentioned that before, but they go to the team that has the featured player. You notice there's the player up there in the upper corner on all those checklists. So whatever player that is, whatever team that is, that's where those will go. Oh yeah, the Bat Boy's super hard to hit. You're for sure, William. So is Ohtani, but Bat Boy's like crazy hard to hit. Maybe not quite as hard as Throwback Jersey, but pretty close. This is Joey Votto to 569. When we pull these that have the chrome parallels that have a silver border, they will be numbered to 569. When we pull them with a white border, they will be numbered to 999. If we happen to find a hot box, we would have some purple bordered ones, and those would not be numbered. Oh, do you have the Reds tonight, William? The Reds are my team, man. I like the Cincinnati Reds, my poor beleaguered Cincinnati Reds, who seem like we've been rebuilding for my entire lifetime, but I know, of course, we haven't. But I love my Cincinnati Reds, and I love Joey Votto, so, of course, I approve of that hit in a big way myself. I'm still very sad that we traded Cozart to the Angels. Johnny Bench, I know Johnny Bench is my very favorite player. He and Hank Aaron are my two favorite baseball players of all time. So this one, for instance, that's Bryce Harper, of course, so that would go to the Nationals. So any of these checklists are always going to go to the team that has the featured player. New Age Performers, Chris Bryant insert. In fact, William, the one thing... Wait a minute. Jason says a nickname card just went by. Where is it? I'm looking. Who was the team on the nickname card? Okay. So did I pick up the wrong pile? Because this doesn't look like what we just most recently looked through. I think I picked up the wrong pile. I think this is the pile we were... Yeah, because there's Bryce Harper on the top. So let me go back here and try to find our nickname. That must have been way far back. Is that, but that's not nickname, so it wasn't that one. So what one, or obviously there's another one somewhere in here of him then, right? Because that wasn't a nickname. That's it. I mean, where, is that the one you were thinking of, or, because I don't remember seeing another one of him, but maybe there was. I'm going back a little farther. This is the whole last little bit of it. And this actually, well, this actually may be out of a different one. That may have been all we'd looked at out of this box. I don't see that. Are you sure that it was a nickname for that? Oh, you don't think it was now? Okay, all right. Man, I couldn't believe I missed a nickname, although it's not, you know, completely out of the realm of possibility for sure. Sometimes I get in a little bit of an autopilot and might look past something for sure. I mean, obviously we know what happens. That's why I always enlist you guys to jump in there and tell me if you see me go past one. Yeah, I just now see that you typed in that I don't have to keep looking for it, but again, there's a delay in it, so that just now popped up and said that I didn't need to keep looking for it, but I had already, of course, figured that out from a couple minutes before, but I didn't think there was that much lag in the chat, but there must be. Well, you know what? It's always better safe than sorry. I would always rather go back and look for one and verify it and make for sure if there's something there than to not look for it and, you know, not know for sure if we had it or not. Clayton Kershaw, this should be an action image variation, and it is marked as such. So that's a little short print for the Dodgers, who have already had a nice one-of-one Cody Bellinger hit tonight. They get to add a Clayton Kershaw short print to their pile. There's a Bellinger insert with our facsimile signature. Yep, I caught the action one. That one I did catch. Yeah, I don't know how I missed that Reese Hoskins earlier. That just went right over my head, so. They have a way of doing that from time to time. Another then and now, and of course, again, all of those will be set aside to sort out by way of random, as well as all of our league leaders cards that we find. There's a Devers for the Red Sox New Age Performers. This should be numbered to 999. It's for the Nationals. It's a chrome variation with Victor Robles on there. Our hit in this box is a Felix Hernandez relic for the Mariners. Oh, the throwbacks are ridiculously hard to hit. I mean, it's something like... oh, it's not exactly 1 in 5,000 packs, but it's pretty close to that. I think it's 1 in like 4,700 or 800 packs or something along those lines. So you figure, you know, you got 24 packs in a box. So you've got, I don't even know how many that is in a case because I'm terrible with math in my head, but it's probably close to 300 packs in a case. And if you're talking every... basically 4,800 packs. I mean, that's a lot of cases that you go through before you're going to find one of those. Whoops. But that's why they're worth so much money. I mean, frankly, I like chasing the stuff like that that's super hard to hit. Some people I know prefer to have short prints turn up more often, which is fine too, sometimes. But of course, obviously, it's easier to hit, so you feel like you're hitting more often, but of course the value is vastly different, and something that you're going to find one per box than something that you're going to find, you know, one every 100 cases or something. So I guess it's all just kind of a trade-off in that regard, but I enjoy chasing after the really hard to find stuff, so. We're going to have another uncut strip of 3 cards there as our box loader here. And this is Cardinals, Royals, and Rangers. Like our other one, we'll set it aside. We'll go to the checklist at the end and see if anyone owns 2 of the 3 teams. If they do, they'll take that outright. And if they do not, then it will go to random. And we'll figure out that way how it's going to be awarded. Another one of our flashback cards. Seems like we usually have 4, 5, 6 of those, something like that, most of the time in a break, in a half case break. I don't know that anybody really gets too excited about winning those when they do, but hey, they've got to go somewhere. I guess I could have given them their own bidding spot, but I don't really think anybody would have bid on them either, so I figured it's just as easy to go ahead and do it that way. That's just, yeah, it's just a standard. Of course, what I probably should have done is made a bidding spot for all the league leader cards. And those could have just gone in one fell swoop. Jake Arrieta to the Phillies is just going to be hard to get used to. That's unexpected. A little Buster Posey insert. A league leader, and then another black border. This is Colton Wong for the Cardinals. This one again, paper, not the chrome. Saw the headline of an article. I don't know if it was on the ESPN app. I can't remember which app I saw it on. I didn't have time to read it. But it was basically an article about Dansby Swanson, whose card just went by, and whether or not he was going to round back into form this year, upcoming. I think he will. I think it was just kind of the Ricky Wall thing that happens and takes you a while to get back out on the other side of it sometimes. I think he'll be fine. Hopefully. Our hit in this box is for the Mets, Noah Syndergaard relic. To get a little bit of a pinstripe on there, so got a second color in your relic there, barely. This is a chrome variation coming up. It will be numbered to 999, Jose Ramirez for the Indians. I'm just looking forward to the Yankees. I mean, I just really want to see what that lineup is going to look like with Aaron Judge and Giancarlo both in there. Somewhere I read they were considering making Aaron the leadoff batter, which I thought was kind of an odd choice. But, of course, I guess you never know until you get into the season, and it's not like just because you start one way you have to stay that way either, as far as that goes. But I think the Yankees might be kind of fun to watch. I know a lot of people are, you know, it's kind of a love, either you love them or you hate them kind of thing with the Yankees, but that's not really me. I don't really hate the Yankees. I don't totally love the Yankees either. I mean, Reds are my team, but I do think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch the Yankees this year. So, whether or not we believe that the baseballs really are juiced, which MLB says they're not and all the players say they are, new age performers for Benintendi, whether or not they are, it's still fun to watch them knock it out of the park on a regular basis. Well, plus, and you have some skin in the game depending on what you pulled out of Series 1 from that little contest, you know. If you pulled the player's card for the home run deal out of Series 1, and then you go in and select the game that you think that they're going to hit a home run, and if they do hit a home run, you win a prize of some sort. So even another reason to follow along the home run trail this year. Although those didn't come out really super frequently, I didn't think anyway. Not as often as I would have expected them to come out, I guess, considering. This will be numbered to 569 for the Brewers. And that was our halfway point. That box we just finished was box 3. So we have 3 boxes left. That is including the one that I'm getting ready to cut the plastic on. I'm just rearranging over here a little bit. Give me a little bit more space off to the side there. Our box loader here is going to be a buyback card. If you like Donruss baseball, I am opening some of that tomorrow night too. That's the back half of the case we started last night, I believe, opens tomorrow night. Or maybe it opens Sunday. I don't know. One of the two, either Saturday or Sunday. It's the last of the Donruss too, so. I was just thinking about Ohtani, really. That's what prompted me to say that. So I'm thinking that he should have been easier to pull in Panini than he was in Topps, but so far I hadn't pulled him out of there, so. This one is for the Orioles, Vic Rosnowski. And like our other buybacks, well-loved, well-worn. But so basically, I'm hoping that I pull Ohtani out of the back half of that case of Donruss, as well as out of this case of Heritage or the next case of Heritage, because he hasn't made an appearance yet in Heritage for me. So I think we're due. Of course, he's in here as a pitcher. He'll be in Heritage High Number as a batter. A hitter, whatever you want to call it. It remains to be seen whether or not we'll still be chasing him with as much enthusiasm by the time we get to high number or not. I guess it's going to depend on how well he plays once we get rolling, but by the looks of it, I'd say he's going to come along fine. I'm sure there'll be some adjustment. I mean, I can't imagine that there wouldn't be some adjustment, but Mookie Betts insert for the Red Sox. Oh, we're going to hit our hit early out of this box. Hanley Ramirez for the Red Sox is our Clubhouse Collection relic hit. So all relics so far, no signatures yet in this box, but the fact that we hit a nice little 1-of-1 relic kind of makes up for it a little bit, because that was pretty sweet for the Dodgers. Bryce Harper insert for the Nationals. Well, I did not do a good job getting a hold of that wrapper. Came off in like 3 different pieces. Crazy. A flashback for the Brady Bunch. This will be Carlos Correa action variation short print for the Houston Astros. Actually, I think they technically call them action image. I always just say action variation. But anyway, you know what it is. It's an action shot. It's a short print. It's Carlos Correa and the Astros. Another flashback. Every time I see Albert go by now, I'm like stopping and taking a second look at it like, is there really a nickname variation for him? I don't know. There might be. I know there are nickname variations. I just can't remember all the different players that have them in here. But just since you mentioned him earlier, every time I see him go by, I kind of do that little mental double take. New Age Performers, Ahmed Rosario for the Mets. Oh, a checklist with a black border. Cody Bellinger, Dodgers. Well, maybe I can get the sleeve all the way open. Dodgers have had several interesting things come out of here tonight. Oh, shoot. I just set those on there upside down. Let's get that switched back so that we don't have to look at a whole pack of them upside down. Unlike Panini, who puts all their cards in there going 100 different ways, you have to look at them upside down, because if you didn't, you'd be flipping the cards 10 times in one pack, and that's just way too much unnecessary handling of the cards, in my opinion. Makes me crazy that Panini does that. Robinson Cano to $9.99 Chrome variation, or parallel rather. New Age performer Corey Seager, Dodgers. Hank Aaron, yay. I know, Hank Aaron and Johnny Bench. Love them. Love them both. That'll be an uncut strip of 3 cards for our box topper here. Diamondbacks, Cardinals, and Mets. This is box 5 of 6 that's coming out of the wrappers right now. May as well move that right now. It's got to go to that other pile anyway. I love the old card stock. Reminds me of being a kid. New Age performers, Mike Trout. Of course, that's probably why most of us like Heritage. I mean, well, that, of course, some of the card designs from past years are pretty cool, too. But just the feel of it, just really so much different, of course, than modern cards. It's just nice to get a hold of them sometimes. I always look forward to Heritage every year. I kind of consider it to be the first. It's not obviously the first release of the season, because Series 1 is the first release of the season. It comes out in January, but this always feels like the start of the new baseball card season for me. Even though I opened Series 1, it still doesn't have the same kind of feeling as Heritage does. And part of it, too, is probably we're so much closer to opening day when Heritage comes than we are when Series 1 comes. It almost, you know, it's just right on the heels of Bowman's Best. You really kind of feel like you're still looking at the prior year when Series 1 rolls around. Manny Machado. What's that? sorry. No, it was Jordan Montgomery. And our relics come out fairly early in this box too, or I should say our hit, and it is a relic. It is Will Myers for the Padres. Does seem like Heritage has been very relic heavy this year, more so than I remember in the past. Seems like we're getting a higher percentage of relics versus autographs this year than maybe in some past years. But then again, it might just be that, I don't know, that's my perception, and it may not be reality. Maybe that we've had the exact same ratio for several years. William, you're funny. The Will Myers card for the Padres, William Myers here in chat says he'll be happy to sign that card. So Padres team owner, if you would like to have a Will Myers sign that card, maybe not the same guy that's in the picture, but hey, it would be Will Myers signing it. Hit him up. He'll hook you up. Andrew Benintendi. I like those little black and white inserts. I don't really know particularly why I do, but something about them I like. This will be to 569 Josh Donaldson, Blue Jays Chrome Parallel. He says, it's me, no batting glove, I use dirt. I like it, man, I like it. Who is the one guy, oh, why can't I think of his name? The guy that he collects cards himself. And he says if you send him a signed card from another player to add to his collection, he'll sign a card and send it back to you. He's the one that was after somebody on the Diamondbacks. Who was it? Somebody that he wanted to sign and the other player wouldn't sign. And then it turned into a whole thing. And I can't remember either player's name. And I know them both, but I can't think of either one of them. Oh, he stopped doing it? Okay. Well, that used to be kind of interesting. I wish I could remember who, is it Greinke? It might have been Greinke that he was trying to get to sign something, and then it turned into a whole thing where, like, he was going to send his kid, and then Greinke was like, I won't even sign for your kid, and I mean, it was just, it turned into a whole thing, sort of, but I can't remember the first guy's name. But it doesn't matter anyway if he's not doing it anymore. Make any difference, I guess, but... Why did he quit? Do you know, William? Did he just have too many people sending him cards or something? A Reese Hoskins New Age Performers insert. Because it was kind of a cool thing. Yuli Gurriel black border for the Astros. He'll be riding the pine for 3 or 4 games. I think, didn't he get suspended because of his comments about Darvish, and that were picked up by one of the foreign broadcast companies, picked up his commentary in the dugout after a bad at-bat against Yu Darvish. I think that's what got him suspended, isn't it? Anyway, he has to sit out 3 or 4 games. I think that's why. Last box. Oh, I didn't know he sold all of his cards as well. Wow. That is going some. Like, I could see if maybe he's like, okay, I'm going to quit, you know, getting other players' cards and sending out my cards and whatever. But I'm really surprised that he sold all of his own cards. But it's good that it went to underprivileged kids. I wonder why his wife would make him quit. That's kind of weird. Like, why should she care? He's out there making a ton of money and playing baseball. Why should she care if he collects cards? That's just strange. It's not like he couldn't afford it. Especially because all he was doing was kind of sending back his own signed card. Like, that'd be super easy to do. Orlando Cepeda for the Braves is our buyback card out of this box. So we ended up with 3 of the uncut strips of cards and 3 of the buyback cards were our box toppers, no poster. So the poster will go into the next break. Will show up in one of those. Yeah, Cepeda is a surprisingly good buyback card to find in there. Of course, it's, you know, not like in gradable condition or anything like that, but it's still kind of cool to pull it as opposed to some of the ones that we pull. We had a checklist with, I think it was Brooks Robinson on it as one of our buybacks out of an earlier case. That was probably the other one that I thought was kind of cool. Oh, you saw a signed Cepeda in here? I mean, in a Heritage box? That's nice. And also a Jim Palmer box topper, I'm assuming signed. Well, those would both be cool. I'd like to hit those for you guys. Christian Aurora. Doesn't he look so young in that picture? I mean, he always looks young, but I mean, he looks like he's 12 in that picture. He's younger than normal to me for some reason. And it's weird that he's a Ray. Every time I see him, I just think Giants, and it's going to take me probably a year before I look at him and think of him as being Tampa Bay Rays. Oh, the Palmer wasn't signed, but it still would be nice to have. Jose Altuve, new age performer, just signed a, was it 51 million, 5-year 51 million extension? It was something insane like that. I think 5 and 51. Anyway, he's going to be a rich dude. He played single A ball here in town at the Lexington Legends, who are not, that club is not affiliated with the Astros anymore. I think it's the Kansas City Royals now. But it was the Astros at one time. And Jose Altuve played here. We had Roger Clemens do some rehab here one time too at our little farm, our little single A farm club, the Lexington Legends. But he is a long way from that now with that giant contract. This might be, yeah, this is a high number short print. Alex Reyes. What is the short print 400? What does that mean, short print 400? Did I miss another short print go by? Because I don't know what 400 means. You're gonna have to give me more info, William. Another then and now, which we'll set aside up here. Well, I'll just leave that stack sitting there for a minute in case I missed one through there. New Age Performers, Cody Bellinger. Oh, you were talking about the Reyes. Okay. All right. Excellent. I just call them high number short prints. So you were calling it 400 short print, meaning it was in the 400s. I just didn't connect on that mentally. I had like I don't know what, my brain kind of flew into neutral there for a second, and I was like, 400, I don't know what that is. You meant in the 400 series of cards. I'm with you now. I just generically refer to those as high number short prints. I don't know why. I just do. Same thing. 400 series, high number. We have got a lot of league leaders in here tonight. It seems like more than normal. I'm sure that it's not. I'm sure that it's the same amount we always find, but it just seems like there's a lot more. Francisco Lindor for the Indians. And right as I say that, on cue was another one. And of course, we'll recap our hits here at the end, and we'll also have all those things we'll be awarding by way of random shortly. Joe Mauer for the Twins, Clubhouse Collection, Game Used Relic. I mean, all those Clubhouse collections are game used. I think you guys all know that, but and girls, it could be girls too. I just kind of generically say guys. It's meant to encompass everyone, male and female. Well, I know, but William, you say that, but I tell you what, in another case where we had all relics out of the first half of the case, we only got one autograph out of the second half of the case. But then there was another one where we had a lot of relics in one part, and we did have a couple, 2 or 3 autographs in the second part. So it doesn't seem to be super consistent this year in terms of you're going to get this many autographs per case, at least not in the cases I've opened. Carlos Correa to 569 for the Astros in the chrome variation. So it could be that we find one. It could be that we find 3 in the back half of this case. I mean, just no way to tell till we bust through it. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. There hasn't. Oh, why can I not speak tonight? There hasn't been an enormous amount of consistency with it. So to your point, Jason, yeah, for sure, it's somewhere between 1 and 4. But I haven't even necessarily noticed that the average is specifically 2. I mean, maybe, I guess, but to me, it just seems like there are fewer autographs this year. That may not be right, but that's how it feels to me. Of course, I said that earlier. Paul Goldschmidt, Action Image Variation Short Print for the D-backs. But who knows? I mean, if they had trouble getting enough autographs, maybe they have loaded up Heritage here with more relics, and because they had trouble getting enough autographs back. I mean, obviously they've got something going on to push Inception back the way that they have. So, I don't know. All right, we have got a little housekeeping to do. First off, let's do these because that's the easiest. This is the news flashbacks set of cards. We'll take a quick look at them here. This whole little stack of cards will be awarded to one single team. And I'm going to put these in a bag so you know me, so I can write on the bag. That way I don't have to go back and watch the video later to remember who gets them. So this whole little, that whole little stack of cards right there is what we're getting ready to take care of in random. So I'm going to bring you along with me, and I will copy all of the team names from the spreadsheet, and that's what I will paste into random. Because we have 30 full entries, there's no need to do random multiple times like we do when we only have 2 or 3 or 4 entries. So I'll paste them in here. We'll scroll through them so that you can see that all the teams are there, and then we'll just hit random one single time. So wherever this ends up, that's the team that will get that little pack of cards, that little package of cards, and it comes up for the Mets. I do have you on the, yeah, I do have you on the same screen I'm on. I was like, oh my gosh, did I forget to change? Every once in a while, I'll forget to change the view, and I'll be just rolling along, getting something done, and then I'll be like, oh no, forgot to switch you. All right, so that little package card's going to the Mets. Next, we're going to deal with these then and now cards. I'm only going to put one in the sleeve so I can circle on the top one. What will happen here? I'm going to put in left side of the card, right side of the card. Because there are only 2 entries, we will hit random 3 different times. Wherever it ends up on the 3rd random is how those cards are going to be awarded. And I hear my little kitten is just chasing his brother through the house there. It's not really his brother. I mean, they're not related. The kitten was a stray. But I'm just calling him his brother. He just chased him through the house, hissing at him, so that's fun. I figure you heard it. That's why I said it. It was quite loud when they went running by. All right, first one doesn't count. Second doesn't count. Third and final. And there's our 3 times date and timestamp. Goes to the left side of the card. So this card will go to the Orioles. Then here we have the Mets, the Orioles, the Cubs, the Giants, and the Twins. That's how those are awarded. Go ahead and move all of that stuff out of the way. Next up, we have these. This will go in as left side, middle, right side. Once again, we will hit random 3 different times, and first 2 will not count. The 3rd one will determine where those cards end up going. And make sure I've got you good on the page with me. And we'll buzz through this. Well, why do I always make a typo in there somewhere? All right, first one doesn't count. Second doesn't count. Third and final is the 1. There's 3. Date and timestamp. Right side of the card. So we have Rangers, Royals, Rays, Dodgers. Oh, brother. Oh, those are both Rockies. Good. Rockies, A's, Rays, Ranger, Dodger, National. Oh, that's not both the same team, so we'll have to set that out aside. That just figures. Royals, those are both Rockies, Dodger, Ranger, Royal, both Rockies, Rays, Ranger, Dodger, A, Rockies, Royals, Rays, Rays, Rockies, Marlin, Yankee, Ranger, Royal, Dodger, Diamondback, Brewer, A, National, and oh look, we have one of each. I mean, we have two, so we'll send one to each team. That worked out well. I like that better than having to go back to random again for, why can I not get that? Well, that's a weird. Sometimes the edge of the sleeves, I think, get bent up where I take them out and lay them on the table, and then at the end of the night, I put them back in the pack, and sometimes I think I bend the edge, and then it makes it hard. All right, so one of those will go to the Royals. The second one will go to the Red Sox. So that's how all of our league leader cards have been distributed. And, oh, I see someone came in and asked about the helmet, and William answered it. Thank you very much. I was busy doing this and didn't even see that, so I appreciate you answering that for me. Thank you very much. We've got one more little housekeeping thing to do here, actually a couple before we recap, and that's these strips of cards. So first up, we have Diamondbacks, Cardinals, and Mets. So we'll go to the spreadsheet and take a look and see if anyone owns two of the three. If they do, they'll take it outright, because that would be, of course, more than 51%. And if they don't, then it will have to go to random as well. So we have DVD, Man, Slim 9, Jim 7, and SMK Deals. So, nope, we are, in fact, headed back to random. We're spending a lot of time on random tonight. Same as before, this will go in 3 times. First 2 won't count. Left, middle, right, way they always go in, unless it's a top to bottom card, and then it would be, listed top to bottom. So first one, ignore it. Second, ignore it. Third and final right here goes to the middle position, which on this, Cardinals. So same thing with the next one. We're going to look and see if someone owns 2 of the 3 teams. If no one owns 2 of the 3, then it will go to the team in the middle, which is the Royals. But first we have to look at the ownership. So that's Cardinals, Royals, and Rangers. I got to get myself on this page. All right, so our Cardinals, that is a Slim Jim again. The Royals is SMK Deals, and the Rangers is DVD Man. So I think that's our same 3 folks that were there before. But no, once again, no one owns more than 1 team. So this, of course, the team in the middle position here is the Royals. And for the final, we have Reds, Mets, and A's. So if someone owns 2 of the 3, they'll take it outright. If not, it ends up with the Mets. So Cincinnati Reds, hey, that's you, Will Myers. I should have known that. We were just talking about that earlier in the break. For the Mets is SMK Deals, and then the A's is Cart Todd. So no one with 2 of the 3 there means this goes to the Mets. And again, that's just because of the random we did a minute ago. Ended up in the middle position for these strips of cards. So that takes care of that. Now we will recap here. These are inserts that are not numbered, but someone might still want to know about them. So I always kind of recap with the thought process that maybe someone hasn't watched the break live and they're going to scroll to the end to look at the recap. So if I think it's something somebody might be interested in knowing whether or not they hit it, then that's what I tend to recap. So those are our unnumbered inserts. Now we'll look at short prints, box toppers, numbered things like that. Short print action image variation Goldschmidt for the Diamondbacks. Carlos Correa to 569. That's in the chrome variation. High number short print, Reyes for the Cardinals. Box topper, Cepeda for the Braves. Black border Astros paper, Yuli Gurriel. Donaldson, Blue Jays, 569, chrome parallel. Chrome parallel for the Mariners, Robinson Cano to 999. Black border checklist for the Dodgers. Action image short print, Astros, Carlos Correa. Box topper, Rosnowski for the Orioles. For the Brewers, chrome parallel to 569. For the Indians, chrome parallel to 999. Black border parallel for the Cardinals with the Colton Wong. Chrome parallel to 999, rookie stars for the Nationals. Action image short print variation, Clayton Kershaw for the Dodgers. Mr. Joey Votto for my Cincinnati Reds, chrome parallel to 569. Black border, Edward Encarnacion for the Indians. Box topper, Ted Kubiak for the A's. Nice little short print, color swap, freestanding rookie for the Phillies with the nice little Rhys Hoskins there. And then a black border chrome parallel for the Yankees with Didi Gregorius, numbered 269. Which brings us to our 1 per box hits. They were all relics out of this half of the case. We have Joe Mauer for the Twins, followed by Will Myers for the Padres. Hanley Ramirez for the Red Sox. Noah Syndergaard for the Mets. Felix Hernandez, Mariners. And our sweet little 1/1, Cody Bellinger. That's a really nice hit for the Dodgers with the 1/1 Cody Bellinger relic. And that is all we have for tonight. Once again, I thank you guys, everybody, for participating, for bidding with me, breaking with me, chatting with me, keeping me company, helping me spot short prints, and all those other things that you guys do to make this a fun endeavor. I appreciate you. I thank you. And I hope I will see you again on another break. And just in case somebody jumped in late or you're watching the recap, there once again is your shipping date. I do anticipate, Heritage could possibly slide to Wednesday. I don't think it goes out earlier. I don't think there's any way it goes out Monday. And it could be that it slides to Wednesday. Contenders Optic is a really short break to sort, so it probably does make it out Tuesday for sure. And other than that, I think that's about it for us tonight. There's a quick little look at the upcoming stuff once again. And then I'm headed off to start putting things in top loaders and sleeves and doing some early sorting and that kind of stuff. So thanks once again. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I hope you're having a nice start to your weekend, and we'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.